has come to start the first session of the race weekend. It's practice for the Malaysia Grand Prix. So after the first race, how do you think this season will compare to previous years?
Well, I hope that we're in for a fantastic season. The Mercedes team have certainly come out of pre-season testing the strongest, which is all well and good, but it's the racing where the pace really counts. It's always difficult to predict, therefore, who's going to come out on top.
The new regulations for this year say goodbye to the somewhat unique nose designs that we saw on the 2014 cars.
The 2014 changes were brought in to promote safety, but I don't think it was anticipated how the teams would exploit the regulations. This year, those regulations have been tightened up to give some more traditional look to the noses on the 2015 cars.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to F1 2015 Part 2 Career Mode in Malaysia, where we are in practice. I'm going on prime tyres just to save my option sets for the qualifying race, and we are on the end of our first flying lap, and it's a 1:42, and it's going to pose 8th place and now into qualifying.
Fastest time of the day in today's practice session. The British driver will be mightily pleased with just how well his car performed. Sit back and put your feet up as we head into qualifying here in Kuala Lumpur. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out who's got pace in the car and who hasn't. Well, the weather's certainly going to cause a few problems for the drivers here in Malaysia. It's currently raining, and we could see some teams struggling to get the best out of their cars today in what are really difficult conditions.
Well, it will certainly have an impact on today's qualifying, and some drivers are natural in the wet, but others might not be looking forward to getting out on track and having to tiptoe their way around.
Okay guys, so we are in Q1 right now. It's a full wet session, which I'm really disappointed about, but anyway, we are going to have to just increase the downforce and hope for the best. Then we are going to go straight into the flying lap, and it's going to be P4 for Q1 and into Q2.
Today for Felipe Massa and for the Williams team. Massa's been knocked out in Q1, and his race will now be heavily compromised.
Okay guys, so we're into Q2, and it's another wet session, so hopefully we can make the most out of the car, but it's park frame rules, so it's a default setup, we can't really change it. But we go straight into the fastest lap of the session, and it's going to put us into P1, but we drop down to P5, so into Q3.
It's Fernando Alonso who's the biggest loser in that session. He won't be featuring in Q3. A big blow for the Spaniard.
Okay guys, so we're into Q3 right now. We're going to go straight into the lap, and park frame rules again, even though it's a very wet, even though it's a dry session. But I'm going to show you the fastest lap that I did, which was my first lap, and I think it put us into P2, and I'm going to show up now. So turn up your volume, enjoy the lap. It's not going to be the best, but I'm going to show up now and enjoy the lap.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Performance by Sebastian Vettel. He made it look easy.
They've really worked hard this weekend, and it seems they've been able to set up the cars perfectly today. Whether this will translate into race...
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang, where the cars and drivers are getting ready to start the Malaysia Grand Prix. I'm really excited to see if Sebastian Vettel can take advantage of being on pole for today's race and go on and claim that win.
He has clean air in front of him, so we'll be hoping he can create a gap over the first few laps. If the cars in second and third can keep close until the first round of pit stops, then they may be able to take advantage on the undercut.
Lewis Hamilton described the win last time out as one of the best of his career. With the strength of that Mercedes this season, he has the perfect tool at his disposal to get more race wins.
Well, we all know how good Lewis can be when his mind is in the right place. He can be really hard on himself though when things don't go his way, but when they do, he's pretty much unbeatable.
Okay guys, so we're on the grid right now, waiting for the race, and it's another full session which I'm very disappointed about. But anyway, into the race. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Malaysian Grand Prix round 2 with Daniel Ricciardo. We'll get a good start because of the traction control, but Vettel gets a good start as well, and because we put it into lean mix, Vettel gets away, and even Raikkonen tries to get on us, and he does, but we do close the door a bit. Now we do contact Vettel a little bit there. Res hand in frustration, see if we can get Raikkonen down the inside, and we can, which is good. And now we're going to chase down Vettel into turn 2 and then into turn 3. Now this is where we put it into lean mix to minimise the wheel spin, and also I think this is where my car is going to be the fastest because of the high downforce. And I think all the other AI really struggle through this bit, as you can see throughout the race. See, into this left-hander very fast, into these 2 right-handers. See the difference in speed. Well, the build-up speed into the corner is so much bigger for me than Vettel or Raikkonen or anybody like that. We do have a look there, but he does close the door on us. We were too far back, and we couldn't. To lap 4, we tried to get a move on Vettel, just having 2 right-handers into sector 3, and we do get him. Now into lap 9, we are into P1, and Raikkonen tries to get us on the straight, and he almost does he get us down. He's on the outside, but he's going to be on the inside for the next corner, which is going to cause some trouble, and he gets it done. Does he get it done? Yes, he does, but we still might get him back in, going into turn 3 up the hill. Oh, very slowly. He's going very slowly then for some reason, being very cautious there. See if we can down the inside, but he does close the door. We won't fast enough. Put it down to lean mix. Now into lap 10, we are being battled by Rosberg, and Raikkonen just absolutely flew past us. And now even Hamilton has a go. I do leave the door open for him since it's a Mercedes and the Red Bull has no chance in speed. But hopefully we can get him again. And down the straight, it's just look at the speed difference. We'll go down into the turn 1, see if we can get him down the outside, but we can't get it done. See if we can do a bit of a dive bomb move. No, oh, we do make contact, but he did get in my way. Ooh, that was a very scruffy move, if I may say so myself. But anyway, up the hill. See if we can catch up to Rosberg, but we are still getting put pressure on by Hamilton. And he does have a look, but I do leave the space just to make sure. Then otherwise I'll be called a scrub. But now into my favourite bit of the track, as I've said again, the 2 left-handers, and then into the right. Now also, can I say that I don't know when they introduced this into the patch, but they into F1 2015 is that you can actually change what type of sessions you want. So before, if you picked a short race weekend, which I did for part 1, you can see in Australia you could only do 1-shot qualifying, but then you could change it to Q1, Q2, then Q3, and then cut into lap 13. A very boring race, if I may say so myself. But anyway, now we were taken by Rosberg, but then into the last full straight. See if we can get him, but we can't. We're gonna have to pull a dive bomb move, and here it is. See if we can get him. We do run a bit wide. It was a bit of a scruff buff, but it's the last straight. Come on, can we take P4 for the second race? And it's P4 for the Malaysian Grand Prix.
What a win for Nico Rosberg today. A really strong drive from the German, and he's brought his Mercedes home in first place. He looked very happy with his day's work as he celebrated up there on the podium.
It's been a great day's racing, and it's fair to say that they deserved that win. Their strategy was spot on.
It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.